Happy spring, everybody. We're here in the Gorge to introduce to you the 2024 Cabrinha Mantis and Vision, and who better to do that with than the designer himself, Brodie Sutherland from Hood River, Oregon. Brodie, thank you so much for being with us here.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
And we're looking at Mantis version 4. This is a 4-meter in the unique wild card colorway, which I think is pretty stunning. And Brodie, you've been with the Mantis since version 1, man. You've been designing this thing from day one. Maybe you can tell us how it's evolved and where you're at right now at 2024.
Yeah, so when it first came out, I think the industry kind of saw it as like a very stiff, solid, powerful wing, and I think we've kept that through every version. So this year we've just exaggerated on that. We've kept our very stiff leading edge. This year we've really tuned up the canopy, so you'll see the canopy is a lot tighter. We've got new panel cut, new tensioning. We've also made a big change to our handles. So you'll see this is the industry's first rigid front handle.
Oh,
so
very cool.
This gives you just full stiff roll control of your wing. So when you're flagging that wing out off the front hand, you just have full control. We've also modified our main handles here. So both of them have a bit of an angle to them. This just gives you a nice flat grip across the whole thing. We've also changed our strut shape. So you'll see the back of the strut here has a full attachment all the way down the back. So that's just going to give you a super beefy, strong connection to your canopy.
Yeah, it looks like the leech is like super tight here.
Yeah, super tight leech. Just overall refinements. We've also added these 2-ply panels in our wingtip, so our wingtip's even stiffer than ever. It's just going to keep that wing from deforming and just give you all the power you need to get up on foil.
Yeah, now the Mantis has definitely been one of our top sellers over the years. Since version 1, it seems like it's the Mantis all the way here in the Gorge. But last year you kind of threw a curveball at us, man, because there's another awesome wing in their lineup called the Vision, and this is Vision Generation 2.
Yeah.
Let's check it out real quick. So what kind of differentiates the Vision from the Mantis?
Yeah, so the Vision has a bit more dihedral. If you look down the front here, there's a bit more angle to the wing. So what that gives you is just a lot of directional stability when you're flying the wing up and riding. It also makes the wing spin nicer for freestyle tricks.
Nice.
So we're seeing a lot of our team riders riding this wing in the freestyle competitions, but it's also just a great all-around free ride wing. It's also really good in the bigger sizes because when you're holding your wing riding, it gets that tip up and away from the water. So even though the wingspan is somewhat similar, you're going to keep that wingtip away from the water. You're not going to be dragging your wingtip. And that's
due to the added dihedral,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Very cool.
We still have same upgrades on the handles, same upgrades in the construction. You'll see those across both wings.
So let's say I'm here in the Gorge, I'm just getting into winging, I'm riding off of the Hook or the waterfront park. Which one suits that customer best?
I think this is more like the friendly beginner wing, personally. It's a little softer, not quite as like that super grunty feel. So it's just going to be a little more friendly through the gusts and stuff.
That makes sense.
And it's just a nice all-around free ride wing. I would say if you're someone that likes to like ride at the hatchery, hammer upwind, really do a lot of upwind, ride swell, then the Mantis is going to be
and that's where the Mantis suits. Gotcha.
Yeah.
What about for like drifting downwind? Do they both have like good downwind?
Yeah, I would say that they both fly really well off the front handle, especially with this new rigid front handle.
Yeah.
I would say the Mantis flies a little bit better off the front hand.
So if you're up at the hatchery, Swell City, and you're doing upwind, downwinds, you might consider the Mantis. But boy, we've had a lot of people loving the Vision up there as well. So
it's
hard to go wrong here.
Hard to go wrong for sure. Yeah.
Awesome, Brodie. You're looking at both wings in the wild card colorway. So this is kind of new. If you haven't seen it, they look stunning for 2024. As a reminder, when you buy a Cabrinha wing, it does not come with the leash. So we have Cabrinha belt leashes, wrist leashes. We've got Dakine wrist leashes and belt leashes. So remember to always grab a leash, and it's pretty obvious where you're going to attach it to. It's right here on both wings. Brodie, thanks so much for coming by, man.
Of course.
It's a great rundown on 2 incredible wings for 2024. And if you guys want to check them out, we'll have demos here at Big Winds this summer. Come on by the shop or give us a call at 541-386-6086.